Hello, dear.
Yes, I am fine, sir.
Define your battle.
People in village usually live in houses made of bricks, clay or mud. These typically have 2 or 3 rooms, which house extended families. Although now they prefer living by making separate home for each family, nuclear units, but they don't live far away from their relatives, and they are extending their villages by making more homes. Due to geographical and other socioeconomic diversity, different regions have slightly different physical and social layout. For example, in Gangrani, Balochistan, people live in homes built within cliffside caves that are connected by walkways. 1. Most of the villagers are farmers, but other rural occupations include blacksmiths, hairdressers and tailorers, shepherds. 1. Rural social organization in Pakistan is marked by kinship and exchange relations. 2. Socioeconomic status among rural Pakistani villagers is often based upon the ownership of agricultural land, which also may provide social prestige in village cultures. 3. The majority of rural Pakistani inhabitants' livelihoods is based upon the rearing of livestock, which also comprises a significant part of Pakistan's gross domestic product. 4. Some livestock raised by rural Pakistanis include cattle and goats. 5. The traditional culture of the village is now subject to change due to the effects upon village society due to rural urbanization. 6. And from the introduction of modern technology, such as pumps and tube wells for irrigation. 7. Resistance to social and cultural changes exists among Pakistani village inhabitants, and varying methods of managing these changes have been tried.
Good, very good. Explain more.
Every year on Easter, the Greek village of Runtidos engages in an unusual, dangerous custom. 2 rival churches, Agios Markos and Panagiorathiani, stage mock war, firing as many as 60,000 small rockets at each other's bell towers. This takes place while services are being held in both churches. The light show in the night sky is spectacular, but some of the rockets inevitably veer off course, causing injuries, property damage, and occasionally death. Nobody is sure exactly how the tradition got started. One legend says that the village used to fire cannons over the sea to ward off pirates, but the cannons were taken away to prevent uprisings during the Ottoman occupation. After the War of Greek Independence, 1823-31, residents celebrated having their access to munitions restored by shooting off fireworks. For more than a century, a 2-day festival has been held in Gloucestershire, England, centered on a strange competition. An 8-pound wheel of double Gloucester cheese is rolled down a 200-yard hillside in the country. A group of runners chases it, trying to catch it. The problem is that the hill is too steep for a human to stay upright, so most of the runners fall awkwardly after a few steps and then tumble the rest of the way down. Theoretically, the cheese is given to the runner who catches it. But since a wheel of cheese travels downhill much faster than the fragile and oddly shaped bipeds pursuing it, the prize usually goes to the first person to reach the bottom of the hill. Bumps and bruises are guaranteed, and more serious injuries are a definite possibility. Local authorities have tried to discourage the festival, reminding the organizers, including the manufacturer of the cheese, that they could be held liable for any cheese rolling injuries.
Wow, amazing, dear.
If oranges seem harmless to you, that's probably because nobody has ever thrown one straight at your head. Every year in February, the Italian town of Ivrea stages a citrus battle royale, reenacting a semi-legendary medieval uprising in which the town overthrew a tyrant. A horse-drawn cart carrying oranges and players representing the tyrant's evil henchmen is drawn into the square, where it is swarmed by hordes of noble orange-throwing townspeople. The players in the cart wear hockey-style protective gear. The people on foot have special uniforms that divide them into 9 traditional squads, but nothing to soften the impact of an orange arriving at high speed. Cuts and bruises are to be expected. The sting of orange juice in a cut is certainly an acquired taste. The battle looks like chaos, but there is an important limit. Throwing oranges at the horses is strictly forbidden. The Khmer follow Theravada Buddhism, of which there are 2 varieties, the Mayut and the Muhanake. These coexist with pre-Buddhist animistic beliefs and the use of magic to ward off malevolent influences. Historically, Khmer arts, literature, and popular scientific ideas have been much influenced by Indian culture, as has much of the vocabulary in which they are expressed.
Okay, thanks for giving time.